he said things about people from Philly that wasn't cool. So if a person say yeah, you banned from Philly, I mean he has to understand. He know why. He know why people feel that way. This ain't something that's like you hurt a lot of people's feelings. And still like that's my brother. Like, you know what I mean? But he was wrong for that.
Ask you about because I know you've been in jail in New York, Rutgers Island.
Yeah.
And also Philly, CFC.
Yeah.
So just talk about your experiences. I never really heard you open up about that. Like,
yeah.
What was it like for you being in jail?
In both parts.
Yeah. What did you learn from it? Stuff like that.
The Muslims in New York stick together. Trust me.
Now, how long you was in Rutgers?
I was in it for a month. And then I got extradited. But the gang life is serious. The gang life is serious, bro. Everybody's in the gang, man.
They got Bloods, Crips.
I mean, then it's different Bloods. It's different Crips. Then you got other gangs. That's not like just, you got the GDs, you got gangs, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into a house, you might go into a house, we call it the block. In Philly, they call it the house. In New York, you might go into a house and it's a gang member that's running the house. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
How did you get through that experience?
I mean, because I was Muslim.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I'm on this side. And that's not being a coward. It's like, man, why would you put yourself to go to jail? But then while you in jail, why would you put yourself like trying to be this guy, man, that's gonna get you killed in there, man? Now Philly is just like every man for themselves. In Philly, don't nobody run the house, don't nobody run the block. That's what I learned on the F.
How long you was there for?
Like 6 months.
So I know you. People think you from New York. Like you never asked
yeah.
So like, when you move out there? How long have you been out there?
So my father's from New York. My whole side of my father, his mother, his father, his sister, Queens.
Queens, I didn't know that.
Big Queens, man. Shout out to Big Queens. That's that side. So I always was in and out of New York, and then I found myself actually living there for like 10 to 15 years, 10 years straight, 15 years in and out. So that last 5 was in and out.
That's how you picked up the accent.
Yeah.
I know somebody that you tapped in with relationship with Hassan Campbell.
Yeah.
So how did you meet him? What's the story behind that? Your relationship?
I tapped in with Hassan Campbell because of his transparency. Nothing more, nothing less, man. Like I'm not talking about nothing else but his transparency about the things that he went through. And I'm like, wow. You know how many young kids are suffering? And just moving forward, man, we found ourselves, I forgot how we started tapping in with each other, but we started, you know, chilling, talking. Not chilling with each other but you know, over the phone, talking, and we just built the relationship. We never met each other personally yet. Okay. Never met each other yet. And then when something happened to me, he threw me, you know, he spoke about it on YouTube.
I seen that.
Yeah. So you know, and I spoke about him on my platform, and you know, it was things like that, you know.
How you feel about, because he get a lot of people bashing him because what he said about Gillie sacrificing his son, YNG Cheese, with the death of YNG Cheese.
Yeah.
So what's your take on that? Like, people saying that, your thoughts on that?
First, man, I just want to say rest in peace to him. And may Allah make his grave spacious. I mean, I got a text message. I was calling Hassan, and this is all facts. And not that anybody cared, right? I don't know if Gillie cared. I don't know if anybody from Gillie camp will care. Everybody know everybody. But I told Hassan, and I got this documented right here. I'm about to tell you exactly what I told him. Because that wasn't cool.
Because I know a lot of people do a lot of things for views on YouTube. I knew that.
Yeah,
They
do.
And attention, so.
All right, so I told him right here, and Hassan has he has one of the laws where he said people was calling him, hitting him up, saying he ain't know that Gillie was Muslim. So I told him, I said, yeah, you my brother, and I love you for the sake of Allah, and I love you for my personal reasons. You have to make this right, brother. Regardless of how you feel, Gillie is still Muslim. And if it's not on the strength of his son, ask Allah to make his grave spacious and beg for forgiveness. Even if you feel as though that you're right? Even if you feel as though that you're right, the young brother didn't have nothing to do with the sacrifice. And again, I'm not saying that you're right. I think you should have first checked in with, the brother Gillie. Like, you should have just waited. That's what I told him. You should have just waited.
Gotcha.
Like, you should have just chilled, waited. And I'm like, regardless of what, that's not cool.
Did he respond to you? Did you?
Well, he didn't respond to the text, but he eventually called me.
Okay.
And we talked. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, again, this is something that he knows just as well as I know. This ain't no clout chase, no nothing. Because when my son got shot, ain't nobody called me or try to look out or try to do anything. At least that's what I know.
Right. It was a tragic situation for the city.
It was.
Real tragic.
It was, man. And I even talk to him to this day. And I don't agree with everything that Hassan does, but I'm not gonna sit up here and act like, I don't talk to him and I don't learn from him, and I'm not gonna sit up here and act like he's not, a friend to me as far as verbally, because like I said, we never met each other face to face. You know what I mean?
And I did see him and Gillie going back and forth, like on YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on people saying he's banned from Philly? I heard people saying that, like, he's not allowed to come to Philly and he can't come to the city.
I mean, I can, if that's how they feel, I mean, he got to remember, he said things about people from Philly that wasn't cool. So if a person say yeah, you banned from Philly, I mean, he has to understand. He know why. He know why people feel that way. This ain't something that's like
yeah.
You hurt a lot of people's feelings. Mm-hmm. And still, like, that's my brother. Like, you know what I mean? But he was wrong for that.
Yo, what up? Broad Street Bully BC in the building at 221 52nd Street, ACAF. Grabbing me some all-natural products. None of the bull crap in it. This right here is essential for your skin. You can do everything with this. You put it on your skin. You can consume it. You can cook with it. All-natural coconut oil, one of my favorite. The shea butter right here with the lavender scent. Oh, I can't wait to rock with that. We got everything from all-natural sea moss to body washes, shampoos, all naturals, no artificial chemicals, flavors, none of that. Yo, come out and support black-owned business.